The casual flick of her finger, the little girl summoned a tiger from the mountains, which then meekly transformed into a kitten and nestled in her arms. To the onlookers, she appeared as a celestial being descended from the heavens, yet no one knew that she was merely a nondescript apprentice at the Lengya Temple Mianmian. That year, a severe drought struck the land, leaving it barren for miles. The common folk cried out hoarsely for rain, but the temple's immortals were preoccupied with their own ailments, and could not attend to their pleas. At that moment, Mianmian performed a profound Taoist art. Her fingers danced gracefully in the air, and in the next instant, dark clouds churned and a downpour began. The people were overwhelmed with gratitude, but her fellow disciples complained that the rain was too heavy. However, her master praised Mianmian highly, believing she was now ready to leave the mountain in search of her family. Still, he worriedly reminded her of the man-eating tigers lurking below, warning her of the dangers. Upon hearing this, Mianmian summoned a tiger on the spot, hugged it with a smile, and playfully called it nothing more than a cat. As the time of parting approached, the master could not bear to hold her back, and returned Mianmian's jade pendant to her. This pendant was the only clue to her true origins. At just 5.5 years old, Mianmian shouldered her bag and embarked on her journey to find her family. Meanwhile, the Empress Dowager, having learned that Mianmian had successfully prayed for rain, prepared a generous reward for this little immortal. But by the time she rushed over, Mianmian had already vanished. She immediately sent out search parties in all directions. On her way down the mountain, Mianmian encountered child traffickers. She intervened, drawing her sword and summoning her spirit beast, the tiger, to scare them off and save a girl named Huahua. As soon as Huahua was freed, her mother hurried over. On the surface, she was extremely grateful to Mianmian, but in reality, she coveted the jade pendant around Mianmian's neck. This pendant was the very item that had belonged to the long-lost young lady of the Jin princely mansion. The woman harbored sinister intentions, while the naive Mianmian was completely unaware, still concerned about the livelihood of the mother and daughter. To elevate her daughter's status, the woman stole Mianmian's jade pendant and luggage while she was asleep. She then took Huahua to the Jin princely mansion, falsely claiming that Huahua was the lost young lady. The Empress Dowager, seeing the jade pendant, believed the story, and decided to hold a banquet to celebrate. Unbeknownst to them, the real young lady of the Jin princely mansion, Mianmian, had just woken up. She realized her pendant had been stolen, and quickly used her powerful magic to locate the mother and daughter. She also learned about her true identity from passers-by. However, when Mianmian confronted them, Huahua's mother accused her first. The Empress Dowager, unable to discern the truth, ordered Mianmian to be imprisoned. Just as Mianmian was about to lose control, she sensed that her father was in danger, and rushed to his aid. Tragically, her father failed to recognize Mianmian as his own daughter. He not only tried to drive her away, but also threatened to strangle her, calling her an imposter. In a critical moment, Mianmian discovered that her father's medicine had been poisoned. She swiftly knocked over the soup bowl, saving her father's life.